Welcome back to our channel. Get ready for an electrifying video as we take a deep dive on an exciting journey into the mysterious underbelly of Hollywood. Today, we're diving headfirst into the riveting tales of all the actors who once adorned the silver screen, but now reside behind bars. From gripping legal dramas to jaw-dropping scandals, we'll unearth the compelling reasons why these once-celebrated stars are serving time. So, without any more delay, let's kick off this captivating adventure into the hidden stories of Hollywood's fallen stars. Amy Loken was drunk driving had fatal consequences. In 2010, actress Amy Loken became involved in a tragic incident with the law when she was in a fatal drink-driving accident. Known for her roles in the John Waters film Cry Baby and the television series Melrose Place, Loken was driving in Montgomery, New Jersey, when she collided with another vehicle while speeding at 53 miles per hour. The accident claimed the life of a 60-year-old mother of two named Helene Seaman, who tragically died at the scene, and her husband, Fred Seaman, was airlifted to the hospital. It was revealed by NJ.com that Loken had been involved in a minor collision earlier on the same night, and when questioned by the police, she admitted to drinking. A blood alcohol test indicated her alcohol level was nearly 3 times over the legal limit. During her trial, in which she faced charges of second-degree vehicular homicide and third-degree assault by auto, her lawyers advocated for a reduced sentence, emphasizing her responsibilities as a mother. Consequently, Loken served only 3 years in prison. However, Helene's family contended that this sentence was unduly lenient. Fred Seaman voiced his anguish, saying, "My son is about to have a granddaughter, and my wife will never be able to hold her. This has to stop. People can't drink and drive." The legal system seemed to align with this sentiment, as after a series of appeals, Loken received a new sentence of 8 years in 2020. Despite her efforts to overturn the decision, the New Jersey native returned to prison for a second time. Allison Mack. Smallville actress Allison Mack faced legal repercussions for her involvement in the NXIVM sex cult. It was revealed that she played a crucial role in recruiting women under false pretenses, drawing them into the abusive group, which was initially presented as a female mentorship program. Mack first crossed paths with NXIVM founder Keith Raniere in 2006 and swiftly ascended the organization's ranks. She later assumed leadership of a shadowy subgroup within NXIVM known as Dominus Obsequious Sororium. In this role, she was responsible for recruiting women who were ultimately coerced into becoming sex slaves for Raniere. Mack's methods reportedly involved blackmailing these women with compromising photographs, physical abuse, and branding them with the initials of both herself and Raniere using a hot cauterizing pen. In an interview with the New York Times, Mack admitted that the idea to use branding came from her, as she explained. "I was like, y'all, a tattoo? People get drunk and tattooed on their ankle BFF, or a tramp stamp. I have 2 tattoos and they mean nothing." After an FBI investigation, Mack faced trial on racketeering charges in 2019. Prior to her sentencing, she penned a letter published by Variety in which she described NXIVM as the biggest mistake and greatest regret of my life. The judge ultimately sentenced her to 3 years in prison, and in a memorandum, he cited the substantial harm caused by her actions, despite acknowledging her apparent contrition and rehabilitation efforts. Riverdale actor Ryan Grantham murdered his mother. Actor Ryan Grantham, known for his roles in Riverdale and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, gained notoriety in 2020 for a shocking and tragic murder. In his family home in Canada on March 31st, the former child actor shot his mother from behind while she was playing the piano. Before leaving the scene, Grantham recorded a video in which he explained that he had taken the life of his 64-year-old mother. The 21-year-old turned himself in the following day and was incarcerated on April 1. During his confession, Grantham revealed that he had initially planned a different course of action. He had intended to assassinate the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and had also plotted a mass shooting at his nearby alma mater, Simon Fraser University. Ultimately, he chose to take his mother's life in an attempt to spare her from the consequences of the violent spree he had contemplated. His lawyer stated, "The psychiatrists agreed that at the time of this horrendous event, he was suffering from a major depressive disorder and a cannabis use disorder, among other things." Despite these claims regarding his mental health, the former actor was convicted of second-degree murder in 2022 and sentenced to life in prison. He will not be eligible for parole until he has served at least 14 years behind bars. Shannon Richardson. Shannon Richardson found herself in legal trouble when it was revealed that she had orchestrated one of the most bizarre crimes of 2013. In an attempt to frame her husband, Nathaniel, who had filed for divorce while she was pregnant with their child, the Texan actress sent envelopes containing the toxic substance ricin to then-President Barack Obama, New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, and pro-gun control groups. In these letters, Richardson wrote threatening messages such as, "You will have to kill me and my family before you get my guns. The right to bear arms is my constitutional God-given right. What's in this letter is nothing compared to what I've got planned for you," as reported by CNN. Fortunately, no one was harmed by the toxic substance she had concocted. Initially, Richardson told FBI agents that her husband was responsible for the scheme. However, computer records quickly revealed that he had been at work when the letters were printed and that she had ordered the ingredients using his account. Consequently, Richardson was sentenced to 18 years in prison and faced fines of $367,000. She argued that her sentence should be reduced due to her lawyer's alleged shortcomings, but the judge denied her claim and emphasized that she was fortunate to have avoided terrorism-related charges. Richardson is scheduled for release in 2028. Danny Masterson is serving a 30-year sentence. On September 7th, actor Danny Masterson was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted of raping 2 women. The Superior Court Judge Charlene F. Olmedo handed down the maximum sentence of 15 years for each count of rape. Initially, the defense had requested that the sentences run concurrently, but Judge Olmedo ruled that Masterson would serve them consecutively. During the sentencing, the judge addressed Masterson, saying, "Your actions 20 years ago took away another person's voice and choice," as reported by the Associated Press. Additionally, Masterson faced a rape charge from a third woman, a former girlfriend, but the jury was unable to reach a verdict on that count. All 3 women involved were members of the Church of Scientology when the assaults occurred in the early 2000s. They claimed that when they reported Masterson's actions to church officials, they were ostracized and subjected to harassment by the church. One victim, known as Jen B., stated that the church even turned her mother against her. Jen B. relayed that her mother sent her a text, instructing her to never contact her again. The other victim, identified as N. Trout, mentioned that she had been subjected to ongoing harassment, invasions of privacy, and terrorization by the Church of Scientology for nearly 7 years. The church, however, denied these allegations. Masterson's wife, Bijou Phillips, was present during the sentencing and visibly emotional. Less than 2 weeks later, on September 19th, Phillips filed for divorce, seeking full custody of their daughter and spousal support. Blake Jenner. Blake Jenner, best known for his role as Ryder Lynn on Glee, faced legal trouble in July 2022. TMZ reported that the actor was pulled over by police officers for running a red light. Upon making contact with Jenner, the officers suspected he was displaying signs of intoxication, prompting them to conduct sobriety tests. The test results led to his arrest and booking on a misdemeanor DUI charge. Regrettably, this incident was not the first time Jenner made headlines for negative reasons. He was previously married to his Glee co-star, Melissa Benoist. with their marriage lasting just under 4 years before they divorced in 2016. In 2019, Benoist shared on Instagram about her experience with domestic violence without explicitly naming Jenner as the perpetrator. A year later, Jenner released a statement on Instagram acknowledging his involvement and expressing his commitment to self-improvement. Joseph Gatt. Game of Thrones actor. Joseph Gatt faced legal issues when the Los Angeles Police Department issued a statement regarding his arrest. The release explained that they had executed a search warrant at Gatt's residence following information that he had been involved in what the police referred to as online sexually explicit communication with a minor across state lines. The release also mentioned their efforts to identify any additional potential victims. After being taken into custody, Gatt was released on $5,000 bail, as reported by Today. The actor, at the time, also made a statement on his now private Twitter account saying, "I obviously want to address the absolutely horrifying and completely untrue allegations recently leveled against me. They are 100% categorically wrong and reckless. I have confirmed errors and misleading information in today's press release. I am fully cooperating with the police and LAPD to get to the bottom of this. I look forward to clearing my good name." Kaylan Walker. In September of 2018, the spotlight on actor Kaylan Walker, known for his role in the 2018 remastering of the 70s film Superfly, took a grim turn as he found himself in the grasp of the law. It all began when 4 models came forward with alarming allegations against the actor. These models claimed that Kaylan had initiated contact with them, promising professional opportunities in the world of entertainment. However, the promises took a sinister turn as the women found themselves in vulnerable situations. The actor was subsequently slapped with a staggering 9 charges of felony assault due to the allegations. A trial was swiftly scheduled for later that same year. Although Kaylan managed to secure bail, it wouldn't be long before he faced another legal ordeal. A year later, fresh accusations emerged as new victims joined the case, casting a darker shadow over Kaylan's legal predicament. Once again, he posted bail to stay temporarily out of prison. However, the trial would be an uphill battle for him. The jury's verdict was unequivocal. Kaylan was found guilty of the charges brought against him. The consequences were severe, as the judge handed down a sentence of 50 years to life in prison. His record now bears a permanent mark that serves as a chilling reminder of the serious consequences of his actions. Jen Shah. In March 2021, the name Jen Shah became synonymous with scandal as she faced charges that sent shockwaves through the legal landscape. Accused of wire fraud and conspiring to commit money laundering, Shah's telemarketing firm found itself under intense scrutiny. According to prosecutors, this firm had a dubious practice of singling out the elderly, preying upon their vulnerability. It operated by billing these unsuspecting victims for services that were never actually provided. Manhattan's U.S. attorney, Audrey Strauss, minced no words, declaring that the business opportunities peddled by Shah, Smith, and their co-conspirators were nothing more than fraudulent schemes motivated by pure greed. Their sole intent was to siphon away their victims' hard-earned money. The alleged crimes had cast a dark cloud over these defendants, one that could lead to prison time. Initially, Jen Shah vehemently declared her innocence, entering a not guilty plea and maintaining her position in the public eye, even on the reality show Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. However, come July 2022, she had a change of heart. She chose a different path, offering a humble guilty plea to the wire fraud charges that loomed over her. Her reckoning came in January of the following year when she was handed a 6.5-year prison sentence. Later on, her sentence would be marginally shortened by a year. Nevertheless, her legal battles weren't over. Jen Shah was ordered to return a staggering sum of $6.5 million and to pay an additional $9.5 million in restitution. Michael Jace. In 2014, Michael Jace, known for his role in the television police drama The Shield, committed a shocking and tragic act. He shot his wife, April Jace, in their Los Angeles home in front of their 2 children. The murder led to his sentencing of 40 years in prison, as reported by CNN. The motive for the killing appeared to be rooted in jealousy, as April had expressed her desire for a divorce, and Michael believed she was involved with another man. The tragic event occurred on May 19, 2014, when April returned to their home. Michael shot her multiple times while their young sons, aged 8 and 5, witnessed the horrifying incident. Following the shooting, he called 911 and contacted his father-in-law, confessing to the crime. Michael had a history of violent behavior, as revealed in a sworn statement by a friend of his first wife during a 2005 custody case. The statement disclosed that he had physically abused his first wife, involving choking, hitting, and slamming her against a wall. Michael Jace's acting career spanned 2 decades, during which he also appeared in the show Southland and portrayed basketball legend Michael Jordan in the made-for-TV movie Michael Jordan, An American Hero. Joe Son. Joe Son, known for his small roles in B-level action movies in the 1990s and his memorable appearance as Random Task in Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, had a dark and criminal history that came to light well after his Hollywood career had started. In a heinous crime on Christmas Eve in 1990, Son was involved in the kidnapping, assault, torture, and group sexual assault of a woman. It wasn't until 2008, in an unrelated incident, that DNA evidence connected Son to these crimes. As a result, he received a life sentence with no possibility of parole in 2011. Shortly after commencing his prison sentence, Son, who was a trained mixed martial arts fighter, killed his cellmate through physical assault. Although prosecutors sought a second life sentence, the jury found Son guilty of a lesser charge, voluntary manslaughter, and he was sentenced to an additional 27 years in prison. This sentence was added to his already unending term. Skyler DeLeon. Skyler DeLeon, once known for his minor acting roles, sadly transformed into a convicted murderer. Born on July 8, 1979 in Long Beach, California, DeLeon briefly entered the world of entertainment through appearances in shows like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers during the early 1990s. However, his life took a dark and criminal path, leading to a series of heinous crimes that would haunt his legacy. One of the most infamous incidents linked to DeLeon involved the horrifying murder of Tom and Jackie Hawks in 2004. During a fraudulent boat sale, DeLeon and his co-conspirators, which notably included his then-pregnant wife, Jennifer DeLeon, targeted the innocent couple. Tragically, they were thrown overboard and lost their lives. In 2006, Skyler DeLeon faced justice, as he was convicted of first-degree murder for his role in the Hawks' tragic deaths. The court sentenced him to death, marking a severe consequence for his grave actions. This conviction not only revealed the depths of DeLeon's criminal activities, but also sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, where he had briefly been a part. As of now, Skyler DeLeon remains on death row in California, awaiting the enforcement of his sentence. Josh Duggar. Josh Duggar is an American television personality who gained fame as one of the children in the Duggar family, known for their reality TV show, 19 Kids and Counting. He was born on March 3, 1988, in Tonytown, Arkansas. The Duggar family first appeared on television with a series called 14 Children and Pregnant Again, which later evolved into 17 Kids and Counting, and eventually 19 Kids and Counting. The show centered around their conservative Christian beliefs, large family size, and various aspects of their lives. Josh Duggar's fame took a darker turn in 2015 when it was revealed that he had been involved in a series of scandals. He was accused of molesting several underage girls, including his sisters, when he was a teenager, Later that year, he admitted to having an addiction to pornography and being unfaithful to his wife, Anna Duggar. In 2021, Josh Duggar faced federal charges related to child pornography, including allegations of receiving and possessing explicit material involving minors. He pleaded not guilty, and the case was ongoing. These legal issues have had a significant impact on his public image and the Duggar family's reputation. Despite these consequences, Josh Duggar has not accepted the court's verdict and has filed appeals to overturn it. He attributes the situation to a convicted offender who was employed by him, Drew Drexel. Drew Drexel, recognized for his exceptional athletic abilities and impressive performances on American Ninja Warrior, emerged as a prominent figure on the show. His consistency in conquering some of the most challenging obstacle courses earned him the affectionate moniker, the real-life ninja. Drexel's charisma and unwavering dedication made him a beloved figure among fans of the show. However, in August 2020, Drew Drexel's life took a distressing turn when he was arrested and faced multiple charges related to child exploitation and child pornography. The allegations included inappropriate conduct involving a minor, a revelation that sent shockwaves through his fan base and the American Ninja Warrior community. Drexel's legal case was in progress, and he had been suspended from the show. His situation serves as a stark reminder that even individuals in the public eye can encounter severe legal consequences for their actions, highlighting the importance of accountability and justice. William Hayden. From 2011 to 2014, the Discovery Channel enjoyed a reality TV success with Sons of Guns, a show that followed the day-to-day operations of Red Jacket, a firearms store in Louisiana, and the family who operated it. William Hayden, the shop's owner, was a prominent figure in most of the series' episodes. However, just as Sons of Guns concluded its run in 2014, Hayden's life took a dark turn. He was arrested on charges of multiple sexual assaults involving a minor. The accuser testified that between 2013 and 2014, when she was 11 and 12 years old, Hayden raped her on multiple occasions, both in his truck and at his home. During the trial, another woman came forward and testified that Hayden had sexually assaulted her twice in the early 1990s when she was 12 and 13 years old. In addition to these accusations, Hayden's daughter accused him of sexual assault. In 2017, Hayden was found guilty of these sex crimes against minors. He was convicted of forcible and aggravated rape and subsequently sentenced to 2 concurrent life sentences, along with an additional 40 years. In a separate legal proceeding later in 2017, he received a 3rd life sentence. This case highlights the severe legal consequences that individuals may face for sexual crimes against minors, even if they were once in the public eye, as in the case of William Hayden from Sons of Guns, Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, born on March 19, 1952, in Queens, New York, is an American former film producer and studio executive. He co-founded the entertainment company Miramax, which played a significant role in shaping the independent film industry. Weinstein is renowned for producing numerous successful and critically acclaimed films, including Shakespeare in Love, Pulp Fiction, and The English Patient. However, in 2017, a wave of allegations of sexual misconduct, harassment, and assault surfaced against him, leading to the emergence of the Me Too movement. Many women, including prominent actresses, came forward with accusations dating back decades. Weinstein's alleged predatory behavior became a focal point in discussions about sexual harassment and abuse in the entertainment industry and beyond. In 2020, Harvey Weinstein was convicted of rape and sexual assault in New York and was sentenced to 23 years in prison. His trial and conviction represented pivotal moments in the Me Too movement, signifying a shift in how society and the legal system address such allegations. Weinstein's case served as a stark reminder of the power dynamics and abuses of power that had been prevalent in the entertainment industry for years, prompting increased awareness and efforts to address issues of sexual misconduct and harassment in various workplaces. Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic became a public figure with the release of the highly popular 2020 Netflix documentary series, Tiger King. The show delved into the peculiar world of big cat collectors, with a particular focus on the even more eccentric Joe Exotic. In addition to running the GW Zoo in Wynwood, Oklahoma, Exotic had interests in firearms, dabbled in a career in country music, and even ventured into the world of politics. The documentary introduced a cast of eccentric characters in the big cat collecting community and showcased their outrageous antics. However, the central focus of the series was Exotic's escalating feud with Carole Baskin, an animal rights activist, which reached a climax with his attempt to have her killed for $3,000. Unsurprisingly, Exotic's murder-for-hire plot didn't escape the attention of law enforcement, nor did his other illegal activities. His crimes included the killing of 5 tigers, the illegal sale of baby lemurs, and various wildlife violations. In 2020, the United States Attorney's Office, Western District of Oklahoma, sentenced Exotic to 22 years in prison, along with 3 years of supervised release after serving his sentence. Despite managing to reduce his sentence by 1 year earlier, his 2022 appeal to further reduce it by 8.5 years was denied by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle gained national attention in the late 1990s and early 2000s for his remarkable weight loss, which he attributed to eating 2 Subway sandwiches a day. He became a former spokesperson for the fast food restaurant chain Subway and appeared in over 300 Subway TV commercials. He also had minor acting roles in films like Jack and Jill, 2011, Sharknado 2, the second one, 2014, and Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No, 2015. However, his life took a dark turn when he pleaded guilty to charges of possession of child pornography and paying for sex with underage girls. For these crimes, he was sentenced to 15 years and 8 months in federal prison. Fogle's actions and crimes were widely condemned, and Subway distanced itself from him. His earliest possible release date is March 2029. And that wraps up our eye-opening journey into the lives of these actors who've found themselves on the wrong side of the law. It's a stark reminder that fame and fortune don't always guarantee a happy ending. If you found this video intriguing, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating insights into the world of entertainment. Thanks for watching our video.